Episode number 4, Ali, of season 5 of the Tom and Friends Storytime episode series. What it now upon us, Ali. In our last episode, Ali, we talked about Thomas and the Moon, Ali. That Thomas was trying to go to the moon, Ali, but he was on the moon for some reason, Ali. Anyway, that's what we were talking about in our last episode, Ali. In this episode of Thomas and Friends Storytime, Ali, in episode 4, we're going to be talking about the story of Gordon and the famous visitor, Ali. So prepare yourself, everyone, for hit comedy and hit adventures of the island of Sodor as we read the story of Gordon and the famous visitor. So, so hop on board and explore the island of Sodor with everyone number one friend, Thomas the Tank Engine. Thomas, Edward, Gordon, Percy, James, and Henry. Thomas the Tank Engine and friend. Gordon and the famous visitor. It was an important day in the yard. Everyone was busy and excited, making notes and taking photographs. A special visitor had arrived and was now the center of argument. "Who is that?" whispered Tommy to Duck. "That," said Duck, "is a celebrity." What?" asked Percy. A celebrity in a famous engine," replied Duck. "The driver said that we can talk to him soon." "Oh," said Thomas, "he probably too famous to even notice us." Just then Gordon arrived. "Peh," said Gordon. "Who cares? A lot about talk about nothing, if you ask me." And he steamed away. Later that night, the engine found that the visitor alley wasn't kind at all. He enjoyed talking to the other engine and tied long after the stars came out. He left early next morning. "Good rigging," Gordon grumbled. "Chattering all night. Who is he anyway?" "Duck told you," said Thomas. "He famous." "And that isn't me? Huh, Gordon? No, Duck. He's famous than you," replied Thomas. He went 100 miles before you went up." "So he say," sorted Gordon, "but he didn't look like. He got no dome. Never truck domelet engine. They are not replicable. I never boot an alley, but it say that 100 miles an hour in an hour will be easy for me." Duck took the freight car to Edward Station. "Hello, Edward. Hello," called Edward Alley. "That famous engine came through that morning. He whistled to me." Wasn't he kind, Alley?" "He is the fastest engine in the world," replied Duck. Then he told Edward what Gordon said. "Take no notice," said Edward. "He just jealous. Look, here he come now." Gordon wheeled proud the rail. He did it. He'll did it. I'll do it, Alley." Gordon trained Rocket Pat when he was gone, and he took himself to bit. "He took himself to bit," Rigger Duck. Suddenly Gordon called to his driver. "We aren't running a race." "We are then," said Gordon, "but he will see it to himself." Suddenly Gordon began to feel a little drain. The top of my boiler thing funny," he thought. It failed at something, it looped, but better go low, but it was too late. On the viaduct, there will be the wind that wasn't driven wind and blew suddenly hard puff. Gordon thought he wanted to put him off the bridge. No, you don't, he said finally. He said vehemently, but the wind had another idea. It crawled around his boiler. It, it covered under his loop dome and let it up and way into the valley below. Gordon would moat unbroken. The cold wind and it whistle blew the hole in its dome ribbon, and he felt silly without it. At the big station, the car laughed at him, and Gordon tried to weed them away. But the crowd round no matter did on the way back to the shed. Gordon wanted his driver to stop and hinge his dome. Gordon was very cross. I hope the shed is empty tonight, he said to himself. But the engine were there waiting. Never trust the dome-lit engine, said a voice from somewhere behind him. But they are responsible. They aren't respectable. Thomas, Edward, Gordon, Henry, James, and Percy. The end. Well, there you have it, folks. Gordon did learn it lesson alley not to go back alley when you lose your dome, and when you lose your hood alley on your dome, you don't want to go faster than 100 miles an hour alley. So next time, kids, when you are on a train alley, don't let the train go at 100 miles an hour alley. What will happen in episode 5 of the Tom and Dren Storytime Season 5? Well, you will have to wait and see next time.